Now we are going to read the data. We are going to read the data from S3, the buckets. We are going to list out the buckets and the data in those buckets. Okay, fine. How we are going to do this? Very simple, guys. See here, let's say S3 client. So I'm calling S3 client here. Go to 3 dot resource of S3. So this is going to create a client. This is going to create a client connection to S3 service. Okay, so creates I think it creates a client. After this client is created, what is that we can do here? I would like to see the list of buckets that are present in this, the list of buckets present in my S3 account. Okay, S3 service. How do I do that? It's very simple. Everything that we do with this client, S3 client. Okay, accessing the buckets equal to S3 client dot buckets dot all. Okay, this is going to this particular statement. Okay, S3 client dot buckets dot all, it is going to access all the buckets present in the S3 account. Okay, now just observe here, for a bucket in buckets, print bucket dot name is not iterable instance. I'm sorry, all they have this. Fine, you can see something here, guys. For bucket in buckets, you can see this PySpark input. What is this called as? Actually, this is the bucket in S3. Yeah. What is that I'm going to do is now I'm going to create one more bucket here. Let's just verify that. Okay. Create one more bucket. PySpark out. So just to create. Okay. Now if we run this code, it has to give the two buckets. Okay, the two bucket names. You can see this. PySpark input is one bucket, PySpark out is another bucket. That is there in this S3. Got it? It's very simple, guys, to read the buckets and everything. This is very simple. Okay, this is creation of a client, and with this client, we can access the buckets. This is going to give information of all the buckets as a list here. This is going to retrieve all the bucket names as a list. Okay, and this is, otherwise you can write here simply print buckets. I think it won't work directly, it won't give. Let me just try. You can see it is a collection. Actually, it is a collection. It's going to be a list of a collection. In that, from that we are going to display these two, or we must be able to access that only when the credentials are provided, isn't it? Just by storing credentials here is not going to help, right? We have to do something. What is that? How we can specify the credentials? Okay, there are 3 to 4 different ways of you know specifying the credentials. One I will show you uh, to here. One is setting up as environment variables. In Windows, how do we set the environment variables and where do we do that? We go with my computer, right? PC, and properties, advanced system settings, environment variables, and we can see, can you see this here? The first variable here I'm editing is, you can see here, this is the key ID. I have already added the variable and variable value here. Got it? And the same time, this is going to be the secret key. The value has to be this only. Okay, AWS underscore secret underscore access underscore key, and here we have to supply the secret key, and with this we are supplying the access key. Okay, so this is one of the ways of specifying the credentials. Okay, so generally in our companies where we work, we will not have the access to change the environment variables. Okay, so if something is important, well, because this is going to change the behavior and the environment variables and how to access the service, everything. So these are not going to be given public access. So this is one way of specifying the access key, the credentials, I can say credentials, access key and secret key. Okay, setting as environment. So I choose this way. Okay, and one more way is under user. Okay, under the current user or the root user or whatever the user from where you are trying to use it, what to do is create a directory called as folder called as dot aws, sorry, not slash, dot aws, and in that create a file called as credentials. Credentials, or the file name can be either credentials or config, and the extension of these files should be ini. What do you mean by ini? Ini. The extension should be .ini. So in Windows or in Linux, I think I'm not sure about Linux. In Windows, ini is the extension of a configuration file. No, it's a configuration file. So we need to create a directory under current user that is called as .aws. Under that we need to create a file either called as credentials or config. Okay, and in that file we need to have some properties in that, some values we should have in that. So I'm going to show that. Just see here. So this is my current under PC, C drive, users, and Karnakar. Okay, this is the actual record. And in this I have called something called a .aws. Can you see this? The directory I have created this. Okay, .aws configuration file. I have deleted this too. Now can you see this credentials? A file called as credentials. You can see this. And if you open this file, it is going to show this has to be the content in that. This has to be the format. This is the profile name, we call it as, and these are two access key and secret key. This is how we are going to provide both access key and secret key. Okay, under a file called as credentials, or it can be config. The file name can be either config or credentials. You can see what is the type of file. You can see this configuration settings. I will just open the properties of this. You can see here file is is a directory. Sorry, I think I have to open this file. Yeah, you can see this configuration settings. The extension is .ini. I will show you how to create that. Not a big deal. Go to this start menu and search for notepad. Right click on the notepad, run as administrator. Okay, run as administrator and open it, and whatever the content we have in it, I'm sorry, it is not the file. I think I have closed the file, that right. Let me open that content from this file. It's a copy. I'm just creating one more file, nothing else. Okay. And what are the file we have opened, save in that, paste into that, and save as config.ini. Do not forget to mention the in, otherwise it's going to be stored as with .t extension, and save. Let's close it. You can see here even this file is created with the configuration settings, not .txt. .ini will be the extension of this file. So need not to maintain two files here. Either you can maintain credentials or config file, but this has to be the directory name .aws. In that, a file can be any one of these files. So if you specify this, by default when we run some application, it is going to read the data, read the credentials from there. We not supply here. Okay, why? Because we should not hard code the access key and secret key in our programming. So it should be hidden from, it should be always abstracted from the users. Okay, other users. So these are the, still we have three more ways of doing, I think, maintaining these credentials, but these are the two, I think, these are the better ways of protecting or managing these credentials. Is it fine, guys?